welcome tonight's host of our Tony Allen jersey retirement ceremony, presented by Robin Hood, Grizzlies television play-by-play announcer, Pete Pranica.
Thank you, Marcus. Wow, what a night. And the first thing I think we should all say is, say it with me, first team all defense.
Much love. We Grizz Nation is in the building.
Much love, Tony. Tony, any kid that has ever bounced a basketball has dreamed of making a game-winning shot or winning a championship. But to have your number retired by this franchise, that's something that a lot of kids maybe don't dream about. And you have been so blessed. It's an obvious question, but how are you processing this entire day and this honor?
Man, it's overwhelming. It's so real, man. That much love. Much love. I mean, just to take it all in, man, you know, and being able to get acknowledged, you know, with the line of work that I signed up for. My body of work didn't go unnoticed. And, man, the Grizz Nation, man, much love to everybody in the building.
You have said it, I ride with Memphis. What is it about this city and this fan base that you will always ride as a Memphian?
Well, you know, one thing about Memphis, they always accepted me for who I am. You know, they liked a little bit of craziness. You know, they liked it when I went out there and competed at a high level. So one thing for sure, two for certain, I'll forever be a Memphian.
We all remember the walk-off interview, but my favorite Tony Allen memory is a different one. You saw the highlights of the Grizzlies beating San Antonio in that amazing playoff series. Well, the Grizzlies got to the playoffs by beating Sacramento in this building. And Zach Randolph needed to hit a couple of free throws to ice the game. And I remember, Tony, very clearly, right over there, kneeling on the ground and pounding the floor. You wanted it so badly for this city. And I think that really embodies your competitive spirit and a big reason why we all love you as much as we do.
Well, Pete, you know, when I signed to the Grizzlies, I knew for a fact that we had something special. You know, leaving Boston, I looked at the roster I was in and the Celtics, and coming to Memphis, I said, we got all the tools to work. We got everything we need. And I just signed up for that role to come in and be a glue guy. And I meant that each night, even the days in practice. And this is just an organization that I want to play for and change the narrative that, hey, when you come in here, man, don't mark us for no win. Come and get you some rest, because you about to compete.
Hopefully, many, if not all of you, have seen the documentary. It's outstanding, Tony Allen, the Grindfather. Shout out Michael Blevins, who put that thing together. The list of players and coaches that wanted to talk about Tony and his character, a mile long. And we have a couple of people who are featured in that documentary, and to chat with them is my good friend and broadcast partner, Brevin Knight.
Well, thanks, Petey. First off, from me, TA, I appreciate that we were able to watch you grow here in a different role. But what you brought to this floor was exactly what everybody does on a regular basis here in the city. But the enjoyment also that you play with, it wasn't just the hard work, it was the joy that you put in that hard work. It made my job that much more, that easier, but also one that I enjoy. And I got a couple people here who know you a little bit better and a little bit more. They don't need any introductions. You know, Derrick Rose here.
Give it up, give it up, give it up.
Paul Pierce right here. And I'm gonna start with you, Derek, because this is on this side of the stage, these are people that had these personal relationships with Tony before we got to know him here in Memphis. And so you would idolize him growing up. Talk about Tony's influence on how he affected you and all of the youngsters in Chicago to be able to go out and do what y'all did.
I mean, I tell them this all the time. TA.
Shout out D-Rose in the building.
TA was someone that when we was younger in Chicago, me and his younger brother and like a few of our friends, we was intrigued by TA's life. He didn't know this. He used to treat us like, he used to sun us the whole time. Man, can we hang around? Man, can we hang around? No, I'm doing something. Sun us the entire time until I got to the league. And it was probably my 8th year that he decided to hang with us and saw that we was kind of cool.
Well, Tony, you started about getting it. You didn't have that chance. What was it like the first chance you had to play against Tony once you got to the NBA?
You know, first, just being in the league and seeing him on a great team. Like, when you come from Chicago, you watch players that make it, and you hope that they actually get success once they do make it. And TA was on a good team, so everybody in the city was pulling for him to play. I got a chance to play against him, and his brother was at the game. It was a play at the end of the game. TA switched off on me, and I ended up driving left and making a left-hand layup to win the game.
That was a foul, though. The pick was a foul. Let's not just say that in front of all these people, bro. It was an illegal screen, bro.
It had to be TA, huh? Had to be an illegal screen.
Right.
The whole time he said, "A killer, A killer." You know that was an illegal screen, right?
Well,
so,
Paul.
Oh, go ahead.
No. Well, Paul, with you, your first impressions when you got to Boston and you walked in, and now I got to practice against Tony Allen on a regular basis. What was that like?
I'm about to fry this rookie. What?
Yo.
No, but let me tell you something. It all started back in Summer League because I never went to Summer League games. What year was it that you came in?
2004.
So I never watched a Summer League game. I came out in '98. This is the first time I go to a Summer League game to watch the rookies. So then I met him, and then I'm like, hold on, we connected. It was like, man, I see a dog in him. I was like, we recognize each other. So I bet him $1,000 if he get a dunk for every dunk he got. Man, he wound up with like 9 dunks in the game. I was like, damn. So I gave him like $9,000 that night. I was like, damn, okay, I'll mess with this rookie right here. And that's how our relationship started. That's a true story. This is my first time meeting him. And that's how our relationship started. And I was like, I know I got something right here.
Now, the other thing is, talk about because the one thing that we saw in the documentary was how much of a loss it was once he came here to Memphis. After winning the championship with you guys in Boston, speak on what you guys lost when TA made the decision to sign with Memphis.
All right, let me take my glasses off. I remember this day like yesterday. This was the year when LeBron was going to Miami. And I'm like, listen, I'm getting older. I need TA. So TA calls me and was like, hey, Danny Ainge ain't giving me the money. And I'm like, you deserve everything you get for your work. But as a big brother, when he called me back and was like, Paul, I'm signing with Memphis. And I knew I needed him more than I ever needed him before. And I was like, man, TA, don't do it. I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you paid. And I was just like, and when he did it, I wasn't mad at him. It was just like, you know what? it's time for him to move on because as a big brother, I nurtured him, and it was time for him to let his wings fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I swear to God, I was his big brother, so I watched him from rookie year. We battle every day. And he was like, P, I'm out. And I was like, all right, I love you. It's time for you to fly. And he came down here and created a culture that'll never be forgotten. You know what I'm saying? And so when I looked at it from afar, I was like, he was supposed to do that. His time was up here. It was time for him to go over here and spread his wings. And I know we probably would have won more championships with him, but he needed to come down here. You know what I mean? And I wasn't mad at that. And I love him for that. I'm glad he made that decision. For me to look up and know that his name is going to go up here tonight, bro, I don't cry a lot, but I like feel tears right now. Like, I swear to God, man, I'm not a crier, but like, man, I swear to God, man, for me to see my little brother right now, that's just love. I know he got the love, bro.
Well, the thing is, there will be a lot of tears that will be shed here tonight.
I love you, bro.
Really appreciate the both of you. Appreciate the both of you for showing up, being here tonight. You can't ask for two better people. One that idolized, one that knew what they lost when he left. Thank you very much, Derrick Rose, Paul Pierce. TA, you got a lot of people that love you.
Give it up.
Back to you, Petey.
Thanks, Brev. So, Tony, you make that transition. You come here to Memphis, and you join up with three amazing individuals, not only as basketball players, but as people. Unfortunately, one of them can't be here tonight because he still ain't retired. But Mike Conley did send a message to TA.
Okay then. Let's see it.
What's up, TA? It's your boy. I just wanted to wish you congratulations on your jersey retirement. Obviously, I would love to have been there to support you with all the guys, all the fellas, your family, friends, all your loved ones there to support. Really missing out, hoping that you really cherish this moment, all the moments that you've been a part of in that city, the things you've brought to that city, the trends you've brought, the G&G, everything. All heart, man, first team, you're a legend, bro. Miss you, good luck, love you, and G&G.
You doing okay, Tony? Paul was gonna tear up. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to hold it in. I'm gonna hold it in.
Okay.
You know,
TA, I'm just telling you, I got a clean handkerchief in my back pocket. If you need it, I got you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I definitely will need it soon.
Your other brothers from another mother are right over there.
Give it up, Mark and Zebo in the building.
And to talk to them, Rob Fisher.
That's right, Pete. It is a pleasure to have Marc Gasol, number 33. And number 50, Zach Randolph, here tonight. Zach, I want to start with you because you and Tony were supposed to butt heads when Tony came in. How long did it take before you felt like, yeah, this is a guy I want on my team?
Well, I've been knowing about TA before we played together. I know guys in Chicago speak highly of him. So I've been knowing he was a real guy. So when he came to Memphis, I knew I had another dog to go to war with me and that's gonna battle in the toughest fights and be there for all the brothers and the teams and be a first team leader and console everybody. So I knew what I was getting already.
Mark, what was your first impression when Tony came in?
It was unique, for sure. It was unique. Everything that we see in the games, in the playoffs, all the effort, the grit and grind, I was fortunate to see it every day in practice. That was not a surprise to me when you saw TA perform at that level when you see how much he cared when none of the cameras were looking, when none of the lights were out, when it was just practice man to man. So, I always know I could trust TA. We all knew we could trust him because how much he cared about winning and how much he cared about his teammates.
You mentioned grit and grind, and obviously he coined the phrase grit and grind during an interview. But it became the culture of not only this organization, but of this city. Was it something that was the culture before he said it, or did it really evolve after?
Well, he's the perfect example. We all see TA today and what he means to the city and this franchise, his number going up. But at the beginning, he was not playing. At the beginning, TA just showed up every day to practice with a great attitude, competing with his teammates and showing the coach how much he cared and what he was going to do for this team. But the first couple of months, he was not playing. So to me, that's what the grit and grind culture means. Doesn't matter what's thrown at you. You don't have to be perfect, but he never changed his attitude about the game, how he approaches. So to me, that's grit and grind.
Zebo, what was he like in practice?
Wow, say crazy. Nah, he was, like Mark said, he was that leader, you know what I mean? And always, no matter what, if he didn't play or if he did play, he always kept the same attitude, and he always lifted everybody up, even the young players, that was playing before him or whatever. He still kept the same attitude, and I noticed that he treats everybody the same, whether he up and he down, and always show love. And that's that heart, that's that leader, that's in him, and that's that championship in him, and he brought it every day.
That defense that he brought, it felt like it was so contagious throughout the team that it would rub off on everybody. Did Tony Allen get Zach Randolph to play defense?
Damn right. The best defense, the best defense ever. I'm talking about he like a coach every game, pulling me to the side with the iPad. Zebo, now you got to do this. You got to show Killer. You got to show Joe. I said, okay, TA, what else you want me to do? Nah, look. He tapping me his shoulder. So, he always been that coach, and he had me playing the best defense ever.
When he would come at you, Mark, with the laptop, what happens next?
Say that again.
When he comes at you with the laptop, what happens next?
Well, he's talking about some play that he probably saw, and he's telling you about the laptop, and he keeps moving and shaking it, and all of a sudden the laptop just breaks in half. So, his adrenaline for the game, his passion was always, in place. So, yeah, he was the creator of the iPad.
Did you ever see another player? Did you ever see another player defend with his hands behind his back? Ever see a player defend with his hands behind his back like Tony did?
No, it's unique guy. I don't think that we'll ever see another player like Tony Allen. Yeah. We'll never see it.
Zebo, the connection that you guys all had with this city, and to see Tony have that connection years after his career has been over, why does Tony and Memphis such a great combination?
Tony's a blue-collar player, and this is a blue-collar town. You know what I mean? It fits well. It's like the perfect piece missing out the puzzle. You put it in there, and it puts together. That's Tony Allen.
Yeah, it is. Mark, I want to tell you guys both a statistic. Tony Allen has the most field goals made in a game in Grizzlies history without a miss, 12. Does that surprise you?
Damn.
All layups.
I didn't know that.
Wait a minute, what was that stat again? Hold on. I'm an analytical kind of guy sometimes. What was that stat?
Most field goals made in a game without a miss.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
That's you, TA.
That's me. Yeah, that's me.
He's the only one not surprised, I think. Congratulations on that, Tony. Did you ever wonder during timeouts where Tony went?
Listen, we doing timeouts. TA at the already checking out. We got to call him back. That was Mike Conley's job, Big Spain. He'll get him. So Coach already knew. Listen, Mark and Mike got him, so he wasn't even worried about TA.
He was ahead of the game. He already knew where to be on offense, and he already knew what to do on defense. So we're going to talk about defense today.
Fish. I was only put in one spot, the corner.
That's true.
Get your ass out the way.
Years from now, when you guys all get together, maybe even tonight a little later, what's the first Tony Allen story that always will come up?
It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. You know, probably, you know, coming in with that Grizzly, cutting back his head. It don't get no better than that. So, knowing that he's down, and he always, TTG, train and go.
Yes, indeed, train and go.
Tony, you didn't get a good response from the haircut.
No, they didn't show me that support I thought I was gonna get. Yeah, that wasn't it.
No. Mark, what's Tony's legacy going to be with this organization?
To me, it's how you can make an impact without being always perfect and making mistakes and growing through them and still getting, you know, being a legend in a place like this. To me, that's his legacy, and that's what is teaching the next generation and how he's going to impact, you know, the dad he has become, the family that he has created. You know, I think he's the great example. You know, you can make mistakes and grow and still be positive. And I think that's his legacy, and that's, you know, I'm still learning from that from him.
Tony, you've done a good job keeping yourself together so far tonight, but Zebo, you've had your number go up there. How's number 9 going to react when he sees that number up?
Man, let it out. Number 9, I say 50 and 33 for the city. It's number 9 for the city, baby.
That's right. Guys, thank you so much for being here tonight on this special night. It's great seeing you both in the house, and always great to visit with you both. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Marc Gasol and Zach Randolph, everybody.
GNG, Grit and Grind, first
GNG.
team, baby.
That's right. Pete, back to you.
Thanks, Fish. I know you guys were talking about timeouts. I remember going to training camp and watching you guys practice. And we'd have 20 guys on one end of the floor. Meanwhile, you know, and coach is trying to teach, right? And Tony has his practice jersey on backwards. You remember that? And he's on the other end of the floor doing push-ups while 20 other guys are trying to learn the offense. But that's Tony. That's what it's all about. Tony, when I think about the core four very different individuals, how did it all come together so well? For 4 guys that come from different backgrounds, different geographical areas, how did it all come together?
Oh man, it was a huge respect level, I believe, in. That all the guys, such as Mike, Mark, Zebo, even Rudy. Where my boy Rudy at? Shout out Rudy Gay in the building. My boy Rudy Gay in the building. Yeah, much love to Rudy Gay. Yeah, they love you, boy. They love you, boy. But I think each one of us had a mindset that, you know, we want to change the narrative of how people think of Memphis. You know, when I first got here, you know, they had missed the playoffs by like 10 games or something to that nature. And you could tell that they had a burning desire in those guys to where it's, okay, we need to work on our craft more. We need to get more time in the weight room, more shots up, more time hanging together off the court so it can carry on the court. And each guy respected each other. I mean, you could see Mark coming in, getting his work in full sweat before we even practice. You could see Zebo ready to change from the blue team to go to the white team just to play against Mark. You get what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And myself, I was in there, I was getting a lot of shots up, but they just weren't falling. You know? And
That's why they had you stand in the corner.
yeah, that's why they had me standing in the corner, man. But more importantly, though, I definitely dedicated myself and taking care of my body each guy just came in with the mindset to want to change the narrative of what people think about Memphis.
And Lionel Hollins helped pull it all together.
Shout out Lionel Hollins in the building. Shout out Lionel Hollins, the spearhead of the G&G.
My friend, a brilliant career and a life well lived. It's hard to boil it down, but we've done our best. We've got a 6-minute tribute video for you. Again, I got a clean handkerchief if you need it, but let's go and let's watch that video, shall we?
Yes, indeed.
On one cold February night, his number was called.
Tony Allen has gone above and beyond the Call of Duty tonight.
Yes, and the foul! Tony Allen, the game of his career.
And at the end, 4 words changed the team, a franchise, and a city forever.
Just our heart. Grit, grind.
In this life, ain't nothing given. Grind until it hurts. Push until you win. Run till you're out of breath. If you fall, you crawl. Hope like you can see it. Walk like you mean it. Take your respect in this life, ain't nothing given.
The way that he came in and kind of changed the culture mentally and physically. I think Tony really brought his mentality over and it kind of affected everybody.
He get the team going, you know, he get me pumped up, and it's grit and grind right there.
That's who we are. That's what we play for, grit and grind.
We didn't have the best players, but we were going to fight to the end and try to win, and that's what we did.
Hailing from the south side of Chicago, Tony Allen never gave up.
Chicago is going to test you.
Tony life, sometimes I pinch myself like, wow.
All I hear is bullets flying past my head. My life could have been taken from me at the age of 16.
The story is just genuine. It's no gimmicks, it's no game. It's just truly how his life has unfolded, and he's been able to navigate and maneuver from all those things that came his way.
His scars from life made him the player he was.
I remember one time we basically said we wasn't going to guard TA, like we going to let him shoot. He tore our ass up. On all levels, dunking, pull-ups, and he was just talking a bunch of shit as he was doing it.
A relentless competitor that paid the price and refused to lose.
There was a game in Cleveland. They're fully loaded. We didn't have enough to do layups. They're like laughing at us.
Grizzlies certainly have a challenge tonight. Just 8 healthy bodies on the roster.
Tony just wrecks the game.
Oh my goodness, Tony Allen.
TA is giving us the full effect here tonight.
TA's gonna try a 3 and put it in. Tony Allen.
We've heard people say grit and grind's dead. I guess not, huh?
Like I say, it ain't never about me. It's all about grit and grind.
Put anyone across from him, he was gonna shut him down.
Tony Allen is the toughest defender I've ever had to go against.
If you want to challenge him one-on-one, he's going up against the best, so he's like, just bring it on.
He going out every night doing the dirty work.
He was physical. He had that dog in him.
I hated and it was annoyed by his competitive fire and nonstop, relentless attitude, but I appreciate it as well as a competitor.
He gave everything to Memphis.
I'm over here with Connor and Jacob, and we gritting and grinding right now.
When you meet certain people, you could tell that, man, he's a Memphian, and I feel like TA represents that.
We kind of look at ourselves as like you guys as we were growing up. God has blessed us with a great opportunity to give back. He said he's gonna let me ride his bike, man. I appreciate that, man. This is my man right here.
It's like this cat here, Tony, he's from Memphis. I start hearing people saying, that's North Memphis Tony Allen.
I appreciate how you love on Memphis, even though you're not from Memphis, but we love you for being a Memphian.
Memphis helped me, just to be myself.
A team looking for an identity. A player looking for a home. It was more than basketball fate that brought them together. In the same way, grit and grind was more than just what happened on the court.
Our winning made a difference in the community. It turned a separated city into more of a unified city.
Believe Memphis. Only in the movies and in Memphis can an 8th seed defeat a #1 seed.
the mantra that he gave Memphis, embodied the past and present of the city.
Understanding the history of our city, that's what the city is about. Grit, grind, we have our struggles, but one thing that Memphians don't do is they don't quit. I think the grit, grind phrase is synonymous with Memphis.
A real city, full of real people that earned everything they got, just like Tony Allen.
Allen takes the ball away from him. Oh, Tony Allen just picked his pocket.
To be honest, there's a very few people in the league that I know that are real dudes, stand up. It's not many, and I know one when I see one, and he's one of them.
First team all defense.
My best time in the league was playing in Memphis. I value that. I carry that. I'm gonna go all the way out for what I'm riding with. And what I'm riding with is the Grizzlies.
Number 9, all heart. Number 9, the last of his kind.
Go home and tell your kids you once saw the great Tony Allen play defense.
Number 9, forever.
I'm way tougher than this.
Hang in there, big guy. Tony, from me and from everybody with the Grizzlies, much love. This is your night. These are your people. You're surrounded by friends and family. It's time for you to give your thank yous to your family, friends, and these great fans.
So, yo, I appreciate everybody for coming out, man. Just definitely, I took what they call it, the under if I cry. P, you was right.
I still got the handkerchief if you need it.
Minister Society, don't be acting like no. I'm a man up. I'm a man up. I'm a man up. Love, 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 love. Shout out Grizz Nation, though. Real talk, shout out Grizz Nation. First thing first, shout out Grizz Nation, man. Big shout out Grizz Nation. I got it, I got it. First thing first, before we kick this off, man, I got my mama right here. When we talk about grit and grind, and we talk about not having an excuse, holding yourself accountable to getting things done, staying ready where you ain't got to get ready, having the right preparation so you don't got to worry about poor performance. That's right. This is my mama, and she did that. Shout out to my mama in the building. I love you, mama. Don't cry. You gonna make me cry again. Stop it. Just stop it. Stop it. It's okay. Sorry, man. Come on, you can't do that, Mom. Don't do that. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Hold it together. Just hold it together, though. You know that right there. Ha, y'all, my God. I also want to acknowledge my sister, who always tried to act like my mama. She was never my mama. She just act like she was my mama. My other little sister, Dominique, and my other brother, Ryan, I love them so much, man. And we didn't have much growing up, but we made a lot with what we had. And so please give a shout out to my family while they're in the building. So what I want to tell y'all from that is, like, I never really had no, somebody just to come show me the way with doing anything. It was so much access to a lot of things as an early age coming up in the neighborhoods that I grew up in. And moving forward to trying to pursue a basketball career was so far-fetched to me because I never left out of my environment. I never left out of my the projects I was living in. And to get to the point of want to, play basketball and seeing guys like Juwan Howard, who was from my neighborhood, and actually make it pro, I want to give him a huge shout out right now because he motivated me with this basketball game that I play now. I'm pretty sure all y'all saw the documentary, and I want to give a huge shout out to Coach Dennis Helms, who pretty much gave me the opportunity in going to college because I had no college to go to. I wasn't highly recruited. I wasn't a top 100 athlete. I wasn't an All-American. But I just don't know what he saw in me that day to cut that scrimmage and say, hey, Tony Allen, you got a scholarship. So I want to give a huge shout out to Dennis Helms. Also, moving forward, I ended up going to Oklahoma State through the grace of my other coach, Coach Sip. Everybody give it up for Coach Sip. Coach Sip not only was like a father figure to me, but him and my mama was always in cahoots of her amping him up to stay on his ass. I don't know why he was so hard on me, because the first day we met and in the process of recruiting, I thought we were best of friends. As soon as I got to Oklahoma State, he acted like he didn't even know me. Everything I did was wrong. He stayed on me. I tried missing classes. I ran for it. And he was just like, yo, if you wondering why I'm on your ass like this, it's because your mama told me you're going to go to school so you could graduate. And so I got a huge respect for Sip, man, and I love him to death. And that's one of the reasons why I went to Oklahoma State. And in that time, when it was time to leave, I had an opportunity, to go in the 2003 draft with LeBron James. Well, I heard whispers. I never was that, I wasn't that brave. But Coach Sip and Coach Sutton, they pulled me in the office one day and they told me, like, Tony, what's going on? I'm thinking they about to, say, hey man, you just became newcomer of the year of this league, leaving junior college. Those are big honors. They sat me down and told me how much I need to improve on my game and I'm not ready for the NBA. I left out of that meeting crying. And rest in peace, Coach Sutton, because once I left that program, let's give a shout out to Coach Sutton, Eddie Sutton, man, late great Eddie Sutton. Rest in peace, Eddie Sutton. But before I even came to the program, Coach Sutton had already told me that if I listened to everything that he say, offensively and defensively, playing hard and playing the right way, and using these tools to get you a 10-year career in the NBA, then sign with my program because I believe I can get you there. And that's all Coach needed to tell me. And I signed with Oklahoma State. So big shout out to Sip for recruiting me. I really appreciate you. And it's all love, brother. So now we're going to move on to Boston. This is where I met my lovely wife. Everybody give it up for Desiree. And for Desiree. She was always, the one just making sure, doing all the, the housekeeping things, keeping the family in order, things in that nature. But what I liked about my wife is She was my biggest fan. She supported me. She kept me, come on, Desi. She kept me motivated, and she always told me, like, don't worry about it. Even days where I wouldn't play, don't worry about it. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna make yourself a name. Even when times when I tore my ACL, she kept me motivated and said, no, we getting back. We getting back on that court. So I want to tell you, baby, I love you, and I really appreciate you always keeping my motor going. These are my beautiful kids right here, Amir, Kiki, Levi, and Andre. Give them a shout out. And so now we're going to move to Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce, he is right. We did connect. We connected. True story he told you about in Vegas. But the one thing that I liked about Paul Pierce is that he always played me one-on-one before practice. And I didn't understand why the hell he wanted to play me one-on-one in practice every day. I'm not somebody you come at like, this is sweet. This ain't sweet, P. This ain't sweet, P. And we would play ones every practice. And I'm like, I'm going against the truth. Now, if I could guard the truth, I could guard anybody in the league. So, Truth, I just want to tell you, bro, the day I met you, bro, not only did I look up to you, bro, not only did I idolize you, not only did I have your jersey, but, bro, you always been a brother to me, bro. I love you, and I just appreciate you, my dog, for real. Pooh, since you right there, bro, you know we locked in for life. Yeah, I had y'all like this, but I ain't know you was gonna get like this. Big dog, the biggest. So I just wanna let you know, man, being so 100 with my brother, bro, and me being able to motivate you to make you into the man that you is today, bro, even a star in the league, bro, much respect to you, bro, for following this vision, because it's all hard over here, and you is a product of that. All right? You a product of that all hard grit and grind shit. I want you to know that. That's my dog, man. Give it up for D Rose in the building, man. Boom. Now we going to Memphis. Now we going to Memphis. When I first got to Memphis, my boy Chris Wallace, shout out Chris Wallace in the building. Give me a big hug, Chris. I love you, Chris.
Love you too, Tony.
The process in me coming to Memphis, it wasn't easy, like Paul said. They was talking about 2 years. I'm like, I need a 3rd year. I was sitting in Chicago. My brother noticed. He like, man, Memphis talking about a 3rd year. I said, that's what I need, a 3rd year. So I called P back, I called Danny back. Man, what's up? I need the 3rd year. P like, hold on, I'm gonna call Danny. Danny like, I'm like, P, it's cool. I'm signing with Memphis, bro. It's over with. I'm straight. I'm signing with Memphis, bro. But when I got to Memphis, I came front. I was like, yo, when people come down here, they like either getting expiring contracts or they out the league or like they just don't want to be here. A la Allen Iverson, he just didn't want to be here. I'm like, wow. No, we ain't gonna boo him, but I'm just telling y'all the facts of what the history was of Memphis. So when I looked at it, Coach Sip was like, no, this would be a great opportunity for you. I mean, Chris Wallace was like, this would be a great opportunity for you to, showcase some of that defense that you played on Kobe in the finals in 2010, where he shot his lowest percentage in the finals. And so I'm like, all right, but he like, hey, it's a kicker. I'm like, what's the kicker? He like, can you and Zebo get along? I'm like, me and Mac Bo? No, that's my man. Well, what do I sign at, Chris? And so we signed the deal, man. I came down here, and the first time I met Zebo, well, officially met Zebo in a basketball setting. Rest in peace, Lorenzen Wright. I met Zebo at the Lorenzen Wright funeral, and I think we was in Suite 102. And when I saw Zebo, he was looking chiseled. At the time, I was thinking like, this a fat dude. I get up on Bo, he all cut up and got his muscles poking out, his button up. I'm like, bruh in shape. Bruh in shape. And so when I asked him, I'm like, man, how we look this year? The first thing he said was, yeah, man, we missed the game by 10 points. About 10 games. And don't worry about it. We got it this year, bro. We got it this year. And I'm like, damn, I got to get back and working out. He's serious. He is serious. And I had already knew a lot about Zebo anyway. Like he said, we got mutual friends, things of that nature. And while you right here, Bo, I just want to let you know, bro, you motivated me, bro, to get on your motor. I always believe that we win as you win, big fella. And you always been a brother to me. You always kept it 100, bro. Hell, you call me down there 7, 6, 8, 9 times a week. And you don't even be talking about shit half the time. So I just want to let you know, bro, I truly love you, bro. You a stand-up. And forever, bro, we locked in, bro. Out the Mud, make sure y'all follow that on the podcast, too. Out the Mud, that's a drop. I got a drop in there, too. Mike couldn't be here. But I just want to spread some light on Mike. Mike was one of the guys, man, who kept us all in order. Me, Mike, and Mark, right? I mean, me, Rudy, Mike. He was the guy to just gather everything in. Because you got to figure when Mike come off the pick and roll, you got two big fellas ducking in like, give me the ball. You got Zebo walking out of the timeout telling Mike, hey, man, give me the ball. You know, I'm on the left block. Then you got Mark looking at him talking in Spanish, like, ja, amigo. Ja, amigo. Over here. Ja. He want the ball. So it was hard, and then it was like, okay, how do we keep everything even? And man, while Mike ain't here, man, I want to let y'all know that's my brother. He couldn't make it. He had already texted me and told me it was a storm, but I want y'all to give it up for Mike Conley while he's not here. So, Marc Gasol. Give it up for Marc Gasol, y'all. Hey, my boy Mark, man, I can't say this, bro. I don't know about the days at Lausanne and things of all of that nature, right? Because y'all know Mark really from Memphis. No, for real. Zebo used to tell me stories of how real he was. I'd be like, hey, Bo, what's up with Mark? He like, bro, he listened to 3 6 Mafia. So by then, I had already knew I could adapt to him. You feel me? Because at first, I'm not even lying, I thought you was probably, if I had to guess your playlist, I probably thought you was probably listening to some shit like, La 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 Bamba, Sorilo Tira, I thought that, but when I got to know you, I'm like, damn, dude is real as hell. He might hear my song, and I know you remember this song. Some type of way, make you feel some type of way. Hey, it be points where Mark used to say, bro, if you play that song one more time. And so, what I honored about you though, man, your work ethic, your desire to play the right way, the way you came at me on the defensive end, you understood what pick and roll coverages was, helping the helper. It was easy for me to bust down that dialogue with you because you understood where I was coming from. We held our hats on the defensive end. Although you was a bad motherfucker in the post, I want to let you know that. He was a bad motherfucker in the post. But I really want to let you know, bro, that, you know, our family still talk to today. We all family. And I love the fact that you always been a brother as well, bro. So big shout out to Marc Gasol. That's my brother for life. My brother for life. And so as I move forward, man, Grizz Nation, I got to give y'all shout out, y'all shouts because, shout out Grizz Nation. Give yourself a round of applause. Yourself a round of applause. For real, because when I first got here, I ain't gonna front now. I gotta keep it 100 with y'all too now. Come on now. When I first got here, we could hear a pencil drop in this motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie now. But now when I look at it, I'm like, damn, we packed out every night. We packed out every night. So that was so real to me to know that we start picking up on the winning, the culture. We start picking up on 110% effort, valuing each possession, holding our hats on the defensive end because we wasn't no glitz and glamour team. You come in here, we might slap the shit out of you. You see what I'm saying? That's how we rocked. So with that being said, man, while we on the Grizzlies, I also want to give out some more notables. I got my boy Vince Carter in the building. Shout out Vince Carter in the building. And Vince, I can't front, bro. I want to tell you, bro, you used to always try to fix my shot. Vince used to be like, bro, why you jumping so damn high? And if y'all know me, I'm going to clank that motherfucker. I ain't going to lie. But Vince used to be like, quit jumping so high on your jump shot. And he used to try to bring me over there to shoot threes with him and things of that nature on the other corner. But I kept jumping. You got to the point where it was like, man, come on, I'm going to go shoot over here. You can stay over here. But what I loved about you, bro, your desire to play, your will to win, and everything you brought to our ball club, bro, was complete veteranship. You showed us how to be real pros, bro, and I really appreciate you being my partner, bro. Love, bro, and I really appreciate you being here. Give it up for Vince Carter, y'all. I got some more notables in the building. We got my boy Joakim Noah in the building. Give it a shout out to Joakim Noah. And what's special about Joakim Noah being here is that although we've been in a rivalry for damn near my whole career. I didn't get a chance to play with Joakim, but what I can say about it, I always honored his effort, his work ethic. He probably the only opponent I ever saw scream when they get a rebound. And not only that, bro, the work we doing in the community today, One City, Cure Violence Intervention, we not only just playing basketball now, we trying to get in this community and stop this senseless violence and meet kids where they at high risk, man. It's too much going on to where they put a stigma on us athletes like we don't care. No, the community is where me and you at, bro, and I love you for that, bro. Love. My boy Joakim. He don't go unnoticed. I got my boy Bano Udrich in the building. Got my boy Bano Udrich in the building. The 1-2 pull-up assassin. Bro, I appreciate you coming and showing love to Tony Allen and being part of the Grit and Grind Grizzlies. And you always been a special guy to me. Much love. Another notable, one more notable. Actually, we got a few. Q, I'm coming over there in a minute. We got my boy Ed Davis. Shout out my boy Ed Davis, man. One of the things about Ed Davis, what I loved about Ed Davis is his excitement used to always be like, whenever he tried to think he bust Z-Bo ass, he always tell me, did I get him, killer? Did I get him? I was like, yeah, you got him, killer. But I used to always tell Ed, you know, Z-Bo, he ain't gonna get it to you now, he gonna get it to you in the game. And Ed used to be like, I made him better. So I love Ed for that. And not only that, Ed always keep in tune with me, man. It's a good friend of mine. And I definitely want to give him his flowers right here, man. And it's one of my teammates. Love, bro.
Quincy Pondexter, this is my man right here. Come on, we gotta everybody give a shout out to my boy Quincy Pondexter. My boy Quincy Pondexter, and I want to tell his story, right? This guy thought he was Kobe Bryant. I used to always ask him, why the hell do you got an arm sleeve on in practice? What's wrong with your arm? He said nothing. So when we would practice, you know, he'd be on the white squad or whatever, and I used to like wonder why he was going at me so hard. And when he was going at me, he trying to hit fadeaways, he trying to hit step backs, and he hitting this garbage ass shit. I can't believe he was hitting this shit. So this specific day, right? He talking noise. He killing me, y'all. And one day I fouled the shit out of him and said, this is what they gonna do to you in the game. And man, Q, I just want to give you some love, bro, because you always kept me on my shit. Even when I tried to get complacent on the defensive end, you always came at me in practice, bro. So I love you for that, bro. And he a coach at the USC Trojans right now, too. So y'all support them Trojans. So y'all know, we about to talk to Coach Hollins. Let's give it up for Coach Hollins. So, come on, Coach, come over here, man. Come over here, bro. We started off on the rocky road because he wasn't feeling no Tony Allen. He said, Tony Allen? Who the hell is Tony Allen? But, Coach, I just want to let you know that didn't discourage me. You actually motivated me to even work harder. It wasn't my time yet. See, God got his right time in telling you when he gonna be ready for you. It just wasn't my time at the time. And what I learned is a lot comes to you when you got the right attitude. I never ever pouted. I never ever waved nobody off. I always encouraged my teammates, and I always listened to wherever you had in detail for us to win games. Because I knew for a fact, if I get this shit right, I'm never not playing again. You get what I'm saying? So, Coach, man, you get your flowers, man. You the spearhead of the grit and grind, man, and I love you, bro. And I like the way it ended, bro. So other than that, man, them my folks. These all my folks right here. These my people. Grizz Nation. I also want to say much love, baby. Much love. Much love. Hold on. I want to give Robert Perra and the whole Grizzlies organization a round of applause for always having my back. Grizz Nation, let's get to be a little louder. We got to be a little louder, man. We got to be a little louder. We got to be a little louder. We got to be a little louder. And so with that being said, man, I thank y'all. That's my speech. I'm ready to see that thing in the rafters.
The one, the only, Grindfather, Tony Allen. Marcus Tucker, there's a spot we need to fill in the rafters. Take it away, my friend.
Grizz Nation, please direct your attention to home basket as we take the final step in honoring a Grizzlies legend, Tony Allen. At the countdown of 5, we will raise and forever enshrine number 9 into Memphis Grizzlies franchise history. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
city, I put on for my city, on for my city, I put on for my city, on for my city, I put on for my city, on for my city, put on east side, put on south side, put on west side, put on. I put on for my city, on for my city, I put on for my city, on for my city, put on east side, put on south side, put on west side, put on. Let's go.
Thank you for joining us to salute a true Grizzlies legend. Thank you to Robin Hood for presenting tonight's ceremony. And Tony, once again, thank you for the years, the memories, and all you do for our community. Much love.